Hello, everyone. My name is Cynthia Henry, and I am the librarian for the College of Human Sciences. Today, we're going to learn how to use the library website to find research materials for the Department of Design. We're going to start out with our handout. This is all my contact information. Feel free to reach out at any time. And then we're going to use this as a step-by-step guide to look at our first database so you can kind of remember what to do. So from the main page, if you typed in library.ttu.edu, you would land on the same website. I know it's not the same URL, but it'll get you here. You can use this search, the one search, to search for anything like books or articles or information like that. And if you had a course reserve, you could click on this tab and do that. But I would like to focus today on information that we've created for the Department of Design specifically. So here in the Personal Librarians page icon, go ahead and click on that. And we're going to scoot down to College of Human Sciences. And then we're going to click on Design. And so I created this website so that I would have just a landing page, and you could bookmark this, and I'll have all my contact information. If you see that I am on Skype and you use Skype for Business as well, and I'm green, feel free to IM me. Here's my phone number, my email. Reach out any way that you think is best for you. Here are all the databases that are really great for design as we get started. And then we'll be talking about a few other things around the outside edges. So let's go ahead and get into art and architectural source. Here we are in the database. This is a big vendor that we have quite a few databases from, like 300 databases are from EBSCO, I think. And so if you click on the show all, it tells you the exact name of this database, art and architectural source. Now, I always encourage students to know which database they're in, not which vendor they're using, because I invariably have a student tell me, oh, I found the best article for myself in my research, and I thought I emailed it to myself, but it didn't come through. Can you help me find it? And if you can tell me you're in art and architectural source or whichever database, I guarantee you between the two of us we can find it. But if you can only tell me you were in EBSCO, that's a lot of digging to find an article. So typically I actually use the advanced search screen as well, so I'm going to click on that now. And let's go ahead and put in environment. I think I'll go with environmental, building, and sustainability. And then let's also talk about some of our other limiters here. I'm going to click on the scholarly peer-reviewed journals. Peer-reviewed journals are anything that has been sent to a panel of experts before it's been published in that journal. So it's been peer-reviewed by that field, and then it just has a bit more authority. So at this level, I would encourage you to definitely be using scholarly peer-reviewed journals. However, if you're not looking for a journal and you check this, that's all you will get back. So think about what you're searching for before you check it. I'm going to click search. So this gave us about 652 results. Now that's quite a large result set. I try to make it quite smaller than that, and we might just needed to add another word here, or you could put in another field by adding another row. I try to get it down to about 100, 150, or I also kind of think about it if it's too small. If it's less than 20, that might be a concern. So think about what you really want to be looking for, and you want to kind of target that number of 100 and 150 to do your best research. Right now, we could be digging through quite a bit if there's 650 results that are not really related to what we're truly looking for. And then if it's down to 20, it might be you just needed to change a word slightly. Another sentiment would bring you better results, in the sense that, let's say if we talked about teenagers and then changing the word to adolescents. I can't think of a good one here specifically for design, but maybe you were looking at interiors and you, instead of just putting interior, but in putting interior design, that might be a good example. Okay, let's scooch down here to this one. I'm going to click on this record, and that title gets me into the record of this item. This is a journal article. Here's the title of the article, The Provision of Environmentally Responsible Interior Design Solutions, a case study of an office building. Then we have the authors next. Then we have the source line, or the journal article line. And this is the journal title. This is the article title. This is the journal title. Sometimes people get that confused. So the journal of this article is Journal of Architectural Engineering. That's from March 2013, volume 19, issue 1, page 58 to 70. Everything I just kind of mentioned there would have to be in your citation. The rest of this line, how you read it, that means that that is 13 pages. And there's 5 charts and 6 graphs in this article. And let's talk about how journals are published. So journals are published sometimes monthly, weekly, annually, quarterly, sometimes seasonally. So sometimes you'll actually have issue summer, issue fall. Or sometimes the word issue is not written here, and it's the number or the word is just sitting in parentheses. So anytime you see something sitting in parentheses, you know that that is the issue number or season. And so let's go ahead and scoot down here just a bit. EBSCO is really nice. It bolds any keyword that you put up at the top. And so you can just kind of, that helps your eye just move through that paragraph a bit more. The abstract is the summary of the article itself. And then let's talk about these words over here. So the author supplied keywords are listed here. And while an author knows what he or she has been writing about, the terms here that are more useful to you are these subject terms, all these words, because that is how this article was indexed into this database. So if I really thought this was on target for my research and I wanted to find more like it, maybe instead of just putting environmental, I would want to look at environmental quality or environmental engineering of buildings, or we really didn't include interior decoration at all, so we could add that up to another line if we wanted to. Okay, so now we decided to read this. How do we go about doing that? Oh, before we do that, let's talk about this. So the citation here is, let's click on Cite, and you can just scroll down to your APA, and you can copy and paste this into a Word document or an email. You have APA, Chicago, Harvard, MLA, whatever you need, just kind of scroll through here and find the one that you need. I'm going to close this, and we're back on the record. Now, if we're going to read it, how are we going to read it? We're going to look over here to the left. Since it says there's a PDF full text, that's all we need. We just click on that, and it'll load up the PDF for us. And we can read this article. Now, we just copied down our citation for this article, but if we forget to do that, you can really build it from a PDF, and that's why I really like PDFs a lot. Here's the authors, the title. If you scroll down, here's the journal, the year, and the month. You can probably find the issue number around if you look, and let's see if it's up here at the top. Sometimes it's right up here. Oh, yep, right here, volume and issue. So you would be able to find that if you needed to. So if you forget to write down your citation information and you have a PDF, you can build it. Now, sometimes they will offer you an HTML text, but that is just the text of the article itself with no charts or graphs or pictures and usually no page numbers. So it's really hard to quote from HTML, so that's why I always like the PDF. The other thing about the PDF, as I just mentioned, the charts and graphs are in here. So like these tables would be in here where they won't be in the HTML. Finally, what you need to know last about the PDF is how to print it or store it. You would want to use this bar to download it and save it or print it, not this bar out here. If you use this out here to print it, it will just print this outside frame, not the PDF. So make sure you're aware of that and use the bar inside the PDF to print it. Okay, I'm going to click back and go to my results list. And so we were looking at number 3. And so you can see the PDF is sitting right here. You don't have to get into the record to see the PDF, but you can. And then I'm going to scoot up and use this one because it is not full text. We need to use our Find It button. And I'm going to show you where that Find It button is in the record by clicking on the title to this article. So now we're in the record, and here's the Find It over here. I'm going to click on that. Our Find It is our links resolver, and what it's doing right now is it's looking through all of our other databases to find the find the article if we have it in any other collection. And it will tell us, sometimes it will drop us straight into another PDF, which it means that we only have that article in one location. This one, it dropped us into a page where it lets us pick from multiple places. And I'm going to go ahead and click on Wiley. And then this could either drop us into the homepage for this vendor or to the PDF itself. So let's see what happens. Oh, and here is the PDF itself. You can see it's right here. So this one is kind of hidden right here with the Adobe icon. Sometimes they're at the very top. Sometimes they're over here on the right. I've seen one vendor that makes you scroll all the way to the bottom of the page to click on the PDF. So look around for a PDF icon or full text or PDF with no icon. One vendor makes it just be highlighted in yellow. It says full text available or full text free, I think here. So, but if you ever get to this page and you know you need this article, but you don't know what the next step is, feel free to send the line that is the source line to me. I need to have the journal article and information right here, the volume, issue, and page range. And then I can help you either determine if you just need to find the PDF and I will send that back to you, or I will tell you you need to interlibrary loan this through document delivery. And I'll help you just a minute. We'll talk about document delivery in just a second. So now that we're here, let's go ahead and load this up so we can see it. It's going to take just a second for it to pull together. There it is, finally. Again, with the PDF, I would just need to either read it here or I could download the PDF. You can see that I can scroll through here and see whatever it is that I need to read about this PDF. If I wanted to print it, I could print it from this screen, and it'll let me do that, download it and print it. Now see, it says go to the HTML, but remember, that won't have any pictures or charts or graphs. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and close this tab, and we're back on our links resolver. And remember, the links resolver either puts us into the PDF, it puts us on a screen like this where it lets us choose from 3 or more options, or it will tell us there's no full text, and then there will be a request link, and that's how you use your document delivery, and I'll show you that in just a second. So we're going to close this. Now I'm going to use my results list to get back and see if we can find one more Find It option. We have lots of full text, it looks like here. I'm going to just get on the next page and see if we can find one more. Let's see what we can find. Oh yeah, let's try this one here. So it's looking at our links resolver, and what is it going to tell us? Oh, this is perfect. We did not find it, so we need to request it. So I'm going to click on this, and it will open my document delivery account. I may have to sign in. Let's see what happens here. Oh, I must have already been signed in at some point, so it allows me to go straight into my document delivery. If this was your first time to sign in, it would put you in a page where you would sign in with your e-reader and password, and then the next screen would be a place where you would see a form that you would fill out to create your account. And then once you got that submitted, then you would land on a page that looks like the main menu here. But before I look at that real quick, let's go ahead and fill in the rest. So it pulled over most of the information, and it's supposed to pull over everything, but it didn't get the journal title. So let me grab the journal title right here. It is right here. So I'm going to grab that real quick. I'm just going to copy and paste that over there real quick. And then the year, sorry, here we are. The year is 2018. I'm just going to type that in real quick. and then I could hit submit request, and then we could see what it would look like. So here's the article I just requested, and here's the main menu. So when you set up your account, you will land on a screen that looks like that. You can request journal articles, books, book chapters, conference papers, all of these kinds of items. When you set up your account, make sure you use your TTU email address so that we can send things to you. We will send an email telling you when the journal article is ready. All journal articles are delivered electronically. So once I receive an email to say that the article is ready, I would click here. And you can see my past journal articles are sitting here. And then I would just come in and open it in the view. And then again, I can print it or save it, download it, however I've been storing my research. And I'm going to click back. And I'm on this screen. I'm going to click back one more time. So let's talk about books. You can see I've also requested a book here. So if I request a book, that's a physical item that has to get to me. And so the other library will send the book to TTU, and then we have to contact y'all. So allow that to be about 7 days. And once you have something that is checked out to you through document delivery, it will be checked out here. And you can see I have another book that is checked out to me. And so I got it on the 24th, and I have to turn it in November. And this due date is determined by the library that owns the item that we lent to you, not TTU. So sometimes you get that for 3 weeks, sometimes you get that for several weeks, and sometimes you'll be able to renew, and sometimes you will not be able to renew. Okay, I'm going to close this. We're back on our links resolver. We're going to close that, and now we're back on our database. And let's go ahead and get back on our page that we started out with. Here's my page with my icon information and all my contact information. Let's talk about a few other things going on in here. We can get into Building Green. It's really an industry resource. Okay, so now we've landed into the Building Green database, and it's really an industry informational space. So like there's lots of articles here that you can read. You can get up here in the knowledge database and look at different things, maybe look at LEED a little bit, look at existing buildings. It will pull up some different things for you, and you can read the articles in that area. So you can just kind of dig around in here and see what is useful for you. So that's what Building Green is. I'm going to close this tab and get us back onto our databases link one more time. The last database I thought that you might be useful for y'all is this Building Code Standards and Guidelines Included. So this MAGCAD eLibrary. So I'm going to click on the MAGCAD eLibrary, and it will open up here. And you can see anything that we have, that we own, is going to be green checked marked. And so we can get down in here and talk about, let's look at Austin amendments in 2011 to the National Electrical Code Ordinance. So I'm going to click on that. And then I can actually read the ordinance and any section that I need to pull up for my project or paper. And so as with any code, you can see that there's several kind of qualifiers, and then you have to make sure that there's not any exempt work, and you just dig down in there. Okay, so I'm going to close this tab, and I'm going to get back on our main page here. Again, I encourage you to bookmark this and use this as your jumping off spot. All my contact information is here. All the great databases that we just kind of covered are here. Your interlibrary loan is accessible here. And if you had any questions, you would have an easy way to get in touch with me. Again, if you see that I'm evergreen on Skype for business, feel free to IM, and I'm happy to respond there, or feel free to leave a phone message or call. All right, thank you so much.